Besides eating cereal with water, what is the most outrageous eating sin you have ever witnessed? My sister used to put ketchup on strawberries. This is why she had to be disappeared, isn't it? No, she only did that as a toddler. She's still here. A watermelon and ketchup sandwich. I call it a sandwich because it makes me sad. Is the watermelon the bun? Or does this monstrosity desecrate bread, too? Clearly the ketchup is the bun. A former friend of mine once poured a can of Coors Light into a bowl of Cheerios. He called it Cheerios. Well, that's the newest form of alcoholism I've seen. Saw a dude eat spaghetti and milk one time. One very dark time. Like with spaghetti sauce? Because plain noodles and milk sounds like something my grandpa used to eat. Except he used egg noodles. And it was a dish essentially brought on by the Great Depression. He would eat it when he missed his dad but didn't want to talk about it. My grandma would eat milk toast. Just what it sounds like. Milk poured over toasted bread. When she didn't feel good. A throwback to the Great Depression and when she got typhoid fever. My mom does that regularly for breakfast. Sometimes she puts cinnamon in if she's feeling fancy. She didn't live through the Depression, but her parents didn't pass their habits on. I work at a pub, restaurant, waiting tables. This couple walks in who I've never seen but are apparently regulars. The bartender sees them, shoots me a glance, and goes to grab something from the kitchen. Before even taking their order, he's filled the crushed red pepper shaker and told me to take it over to the monsieur. The woman orders a small cup of French onion soup and proceeds to unscrew the cap of its shaker and dump the entirety of it onto her soup, an inch high off the top of her bowl. She's eating this spicy red pepper like cereal and didn't even ask for a drink refill. One time, a long time ago, I ate Lucky Charms with Guinness as a St. Patrick's Day bastardization. I would not recommend. I think Stephen Colbert or some comedian did it as a joke and I was curious. I would also not recommend. Kid I used to know in school used to rip open his milk carton and dip his burrito into the chocolate milk. Sometimes he'd even go so far as to rip open the burrito and pour his milk onto the beef and eggs. 2. I'm quoting him here. Creamify the meat. I don't know, man. But the word creamify is just asterisk. Ugh, asterisk. Edit 1. Well, went to sleep with only 556 karma to my name. Woke up. And now I have 6.8k. Well, you guys and girls are amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Edit 2. Fixed my grammar and random capitalization. Creamify is a gross word by itself. Using it to describe meat is something else entirely. Nauseated face. I had a friend who went through a period where cake decorating was her hobby. And she made some amazing looking cakes that all tasted horrible because of the bizarre flavor combinations. It was always a bit funny because people would compliment the look of them and then have to figure out how to throw their pieces away without being rude about it. The worst one was a Christmas cake with an immaculate-looking fondant Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that was an orange spice cake covered in mint icing. It was like brushing your teeth and rinsing with orange juice in cake for Monsieur. Fried eggs with chocolate melted on the yolk. Edit. I am absolutely loving all of these replies. Fuck this thread. This is the one. This is the one that made me close the thread in disgust. I came back simply to agree and try to not vomit. Edit. This blew up. For all of you saying to try it. No. Runny yolk and melted chocolate should not be friends. Not in my book. What should a fried runny egg be friends with? Well, you can eat it on a burger. I've tried it on a pizza. You can have a semi-hard-boiled egg in bibimbap. I'm sure there are other uses. Just not chocolate. And especially not dark chocolate. Blue. For the record, my worst food sin is probably the spaghetti omelet. You start making an omelet. Fill it with spaghetti. I tried it just the once because I was bored. Wasn't that bad, but I've never repeated it. Really? I think this was the least strange thing here. I mean, come on. You think this is worse than mayo and peanut butter? Dude in my dining hall had a plate of sunny side-up eggs. Scooped under an egg with his fork, brought it up to his mouth, and only touched his lips to the yolk. Proceeded to suck all the yolk, and then slurped the rest of the egg in. It was like a car crash. I couldn't look away, but I was horrified. I feel like I was there. I was eerily able to vividly imagine this nonsense. My mom puts peanut butter on cold pizza. It is the closest flavor to vomit that is not vomit. You've gotta add orange juice for that authentic vomit flavor. This thought actually made me nauseous. A plus. Could only be worse with mint, peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. Good God, what the hell is wrong with these people? I mean, you could just lie down in a ditch and die instead. Someone told me it was because the mayonnaise prevented the peanut butter from sticking to the roof of your mouth. But at what cost? A guy who eats peanut butter and mayo sandwiches explained it to me once. This was in a bar. For context, so insert a drunken explanation. Mental images here. According to bar guy, the thing is, you shouldn't use too much mayo, just a small amount, and you shouldn't use very savory or strong tasting mayo, and you pair it with creamy rather than crunchy peanut butter. The idea is that the mayo makes the peanut butter more creamy, or even smoother. Bar guy was very convincing, so I agreed to try it sometime. He was right, sorta, but realistically it's possible to achieve the same effect with something like, say, marshmallow creme. It doesn't need to be mayo specifically. When I visited my aunt's family as a kid, she served a purple cow milk mixed with grape juice for breakfast. If you haven't tasted that, take my word for it, it's not a great concoction. In elementary school, we used to mix the milk and juice the school gave us for breakfast to puke and get sent home early. Apple juice and milk usually work the best. I think grape juice and milk was a close second. Kids are so fucking genius in the absolute most moronic ways. That's so goddamn funny. I knew a guy who would bite into Hot Pockets in the middle, holding each end. WTF, man. You ever realize when you microwave something the edges are super hot and the middle should be just right? He's letting the atomic parts cool off while he eats the best bits right away. Ketchup on sushi. Shivers. I've been at a sushi place and heard the people in the booth behind me ask for ketchup. I can only hope it was for something else and not the sushi itself. My dad's girlfriend puts cucumber in any hot dish she can. Green chili, chicken soup, taco meat, sky's the limit. She also doesn't believe in draining noodles and will let them sit in hot water until each strand of bloated spaghetti is as thick as a goddamn shoelace. I don't eat there anymore. If you ever eat hot food, cucumber is a good side dish to wash the mouth. You shouldn't dip it though. Side dish. Yes. Great in ice water. Grated and boiled in a steaming pot of pork pozole rojo. Not so much. My sister would make Ritz cracker sandwiches. Except the thing that went between the two Ritz cracker buns was another Ritz cracker. Except chewed up and spit out. It was disgusting. My wife dips PBJs into SpaghettiOs. You'll be a father soon. Edit. Or you're getting another one. IDK. I used to be obsessed with A1. I would put it on everything possible because I loved it so much. One day I put it on Jell-O. I no longer enjoy A1. Thank you for watching.